Good morning everyone, Janie here and welcome back to my garden. I hope you all are having a fantastic day today. So it is early morning. It is supposed to get about 93 today, I think is what I saw. And so I am up early and I am trying to get everything done before it gets too hot. So I feel on it and accomplished today already. So today is exciting. Today is plant shopping day for my oak tree garden bed, which is very exciting. I've been working on that oak tree garden bed over on the east side of my house, planning it, deciding what I'm gonna do, prepping the area. I've got my plan. I just did a video on this about all the plants and the reason for picking the plants, and now I get to go buy them. Very exciting. So it's supposed to get like up to 106, 107 later this week. So I probably won't plant these plants right away, but I figure I'll go ahead and buy them and then I'll keep them protected in a shady area until it kind of cools down a little bit, hopefully next week. But yeah, 106, 107, ridiculous. So I think I'll be inside all day that day, just in the air conditioning. So I probably should have ordered a lot of these plants off online just so that I can get multiples of them, you know, and not have to worry about whether the garden centers have them. But I just didn't want to wait for the delivery. I didn't want to pay for shipping, you know, and I really don't mind going to multiple garden centers to look for more plants because it's one of my favorite things to do. So I've got my plan, I've cleaned out the back of my car, I've got my coffee, and I wanted to take you guys along with me. So let's go. And we are here, one of my favorite places in the whole wide world. So let me just remind you guys what I'm looking for. So this is my oak tree garden bed plan, and I am okay with not perfectly sticking to this. If I find something else that I like, I will just check that California Native Oak Tree Foundation booklet where I got all my information from for what was safe to plant under an oak tree. And that's where I found all these plants, so I know they are safe to plant under an oak tree. So I am looking for a butterfly bush, Pugster Blue, a lily turf, pincushion flower, a lime heuchera, sea lavender, Cleveland sage, salvia leucantha, and a southern sword fern. All right, so let's go see what they have. Tempted by these gorgeous hydrangeas, but obviously this is the last thing I need to go under an oak tree where I'm trying not to water very much. Okay, here's a lily turf, but I'm looking for the variegated ones. Oh, I think they're right here. There we go. Okay, so here's some butterfly bush looking absolutely beautiful right now. But this is the Miss Molly version, and I'm looking for Pugster Blue. So hopefully this isn't all... Oh, look, a hummingbird. Can you guys see that? I haven't found the Pugster Blue yet, but look at what I did find. This is sea lavender, also known as limonium. So pretty, and doesn't need a lot of water, and I think it'll be perfect for that garden bed. So, and then look what else I got. I got these pincushion flowers. They're not totally in bloom yet. They had bigger ones, but just to save money, I got this size. Saved me a couple bucks per plant, and I didn't even get all the plants that I had in the plan. I have 3 of the lily turf, and then I have 3 of the Santa Barbara salvia right here. They're not really in bloom totally yet, but I don't usually expect these to bloom till later in the summer. They're beautiful later in the summer. So yeah, so my cart is full, and I actually might go get another cart. Okay, lots to choose from. Here's Butterfly Bush Buzz, Black Knight. Ooh, that's pretty. Royal Red. Oh, what is this? This is gorgeous. What is that? Pugster Amethyst, huh? Okay, I absolutely love this amethyst color one. Hopefully you guys can see that with the sun. It's beautiful. But I think I'm gonna stick with my original plan, which is the Pugster Blue, because they have a ton of them here. So plenty to choose from. Holy moly, you guys, look at my car. And it is filled in the back seat as well. Look at that. So surprisingly, I found not everything that I needed, but a lot of what I needed. And I actually stopped because of this issue, because I felt like I wouldn't be able to fit everything in my car. And I think I stopped at just the right time. I think I will just be able to get home. So I'm so happy. I found so much of the stuff that was on my list. And like I said, I stopped simply because I don't have enough room to fit it in my car. So I think I was only there for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and this is what I ended up with. So that is some plant shopping. So I'm going to drive home very carefully, and then I will take everything out and show you all what I purchased. Right, and here is my epic plant haul. My goodness. Honestly, I can't even believe that I fit all of this into my car. I think that's crazy. I crammed it in. So there is a gardener down the street with the blower on, so hopefully, I apologize about the sound if you guys can hear that. I will try and be quick, but I wanted to take you through, and I wanted to talk to you guys about all the plants I got, give you kind of the little details, just so you can understand a little bit more about why I chose this plant. So first off, this is not for the oak tree garden bed. This is a limelight hydrangea. I actually bought this for my mother. I'm doing a project at her house, and we are gathering up all the plants, and they actually didn't have any limelight hydrangeas for sale online. So we're just going to go around to different stores and find them. I know she found some in her plant store in Reading, and I found one at Green Acres when I was there today. So that's not for the garden bed. So the first thing I have is this Liriope. I'm going to mispronounce all of these. Okay, so this is a lily turf, and my neighbor has already planted some of these along the edge of the border, and I have 2 of them in the garden bed that I've actually left, and I'm going to transplant them to along the border, and then I'm just doing 3 more just so that we can have them all evenly spaced. And these do so well. They do have a little bit of a purple flower, but you don't get them for the flower, you get them for the foliage. And this is a variegated version, and so I think it'll pop in that shade. I really like the ones that we already have there. They're really healthy and thriving. So I think that this was a really good purchase and a good plant for right in that area. Then kind of the star of the show is the dwarf butterfly bush, Pugster Blue. So let me show you. I think it's 2 feet tall and wide is what it is. 2 feet tall and wide, fragrant, long blooming, petite shrub. And it's good for sun to part shade is what it was saying. Well, this says sun, but all the other butterfly bushes said to part shade. So I am pushing it with the sun requirements in this garden bed. It is what I want to call the garden bed is a filtered sun. So we keep that oak tree pruned pretty well, so a lot of sun gets through, so it's not a full shade. You would think underneath an oak tree it would be full shade, but it's totally not. There's spots of shade throughout the day. So I'm definitely pushing it with these plant selections, but I'm so limited. I had to push it in some way, and I didn't want to push it with the watering, and put plants under there that need too much water, like a hydrangea, or even like a hosta, I think, would require too much water underneath that oak tree, and I really don't want to mess with that oak tree at all. So I am pushing the light requirements a little bit, and if that means it doesn't bloom as vigorously, that's okay. I think it will still bloom really, really well, just because of that filtered sun. And you never know, it might do really well. You know, you guys have to try. I always think you have to try things in different places. Like, for instance, I have a Veronica that is up to a zone 8, and it says full sun. So full sun, zone 8. I'm a zone 9B, and I put it in part sun, and it is happy as a clam. So, you know, we all have little microclimates in our gardens, and you just have to kind of mess with it a little bit and think about what the grower is trying to tell you with the you know, the plant requirements, what they say on the tag, and then see if you can make it work in your garden. At least that's how I think of it. Like, guys, I'm not a professional, guys. This is just my own opinion. So I have this Pugster Blue. It is not totally blooming yet, but it is about to start blooming. You can see right there that Pugster Amethyst was absolutely gorgeous at the store, but they only had like 4 of them. So I don't know, I might like spot, if I only bought 6, and I actually put 9 on my plan. 1, because I couldn't fit them all in, and then 2, as I'm looking at these, I feel like 6 should be enough. If I end up needing to get 3 more, I'm thinking about getting the amethyst version because it was so pretty. Okay, so that's the butterfly bush, Pugster Blue. This one right here is a type of salvia. This is called a Santa Barbara salvia. This is not a good representation of what it usually looks like. It's usually so beautiful. I will put a picture of what they usually look like on the screen right now, but it's not really quite their bloom time yet. I have a white one right there. It's very pretty. And this one is going to need more sun, I think. So I'm going to put this in the sunniest spot that's over there underneath the oak tree. But they also like to bloom. They bloom later in the season. So like into November, they're still blooming. So I think it'll be really pretty, and pollinators really like that one. Then we, of course, have the pincushion flower. And this one, my goodness, look at all the buds. Look at all the buds. This is crazy. So this is only about half as many as I needed, but I only wanted to get this size. I think I told you guys that at the store. I only wanted to get this size because I didn't want to spend extra money on bigger plants that I mean, these guys are going to grow. It's going to be super happy there. So I just think this is another really pretty purple color that's going to look great. And then finally, I got the sea lavender, which the real name is limonium. I don't know, however you say that. But this one is absolutely beautiful. It's a gorgeous color, and these will keep the color as the flower dries. So you can basically just leave the flower on the plant and it'll keep its color. You don't have to kind of prune it back. This one, again, is another one that likes sun, but I think it'll be totally fine. It is a zone 10. However, even my neighbor across the street over here, she has these, and she has these in kind of a part shade area, and it is absolutely beautiful. She has them next to like pink roses, and they're so pretty, which is honestly where I got the idea of putting the sea lavender over there. And then, of course, this was on the list of appropriate plants to plant under an oak tree. So yeah, so that is my plant haul. All right, everyone. So that is it for my epic plant shopping day that was kind of a whirlwind. I just went into the one Green Acres, the one plant store. I was expecting to go like 5 different ones. I had them all like marked on my phone as to where they were, and I found so much stuff at one store, it didn't even matter. So it was fun. I'm glad I got to pick all this kind of stuff out. It was fun to kind of have a challenge and fit plant selections in that challenge, that of drought tolerant, California native, and okay to plant under an oak tree. And I'm really happy with what I got. I think it's really pretty. This is probably just round 1 of picking these plants. I didn't get any of the Cleveland sage. What other one did I not get? Oh, I didn't get any of the sword ferns. Okay, so I got to go back and I got to look for those, but I want to get all these planted first. And of course, like I said, it's going to be super hot later this week. So I'm going to move them into my backyard, into some shade to keep them a little bit protected, and then hopefully next week it'll cool down a little bit and I'll be able to plant them in my oak tree garden bed. So I hope you all enjoyed this. If you did, please consider subscribing, and I hope you all have a chance to get into your garden today.